this is Rebecca from Papeterie de Choix, and I spent last weekend making some decoupage napkins onto dictionary pages, and while I was doing it, I found a shortcut, or at least something to make it a little easier for me, so I thought I would share that today and just give you a look at some of the ones that I made. I was looking for napkins that had a lot of white background or had a lot of open spaces so that I could see the words behind it. I picked this set of napkins up at a thrift store a few weeks ago, and I believe it's become my favorite. I just love how that looks there. I picked this one up just this past weekend at TJ Maxx, and it has kind of this one has a white background, where this one, also from TJ Maxx, has more of a yellowy background. And so I just, one of them, or maybe I cut it this way too, so that I didn't cut the flower in two. I don't remember now, but anyway, I love these. And here's some more of the roses. And I'm not going to show you all of them, but the large, I forget what type of napkin it is, but it's the top, like a tea towel type. They work really well on these dictionary pages. And then I just love this image here. And so let me just show you a couple more that I have down in here. This is some mushrooms, fall stuff. Now, something I found out or realized, and I'm not going to be using this, but I wanted to point this out. I have now put this set of napkins in my donate box to send to a thrift store for someone to use as napkins. This red in here and in here and here, it's not color fast. You can see how it comes through on the other side. So I don't want that in any of my projects where the color comes through. And that's something I'm actually disappointed about, because I really thought that because it's water soluble, when you use it, there's a good possibility that it will become damp, which means that then while you're using it, you're going to get this red or pink on your hands. There's a good possibility of that. So I found that disappointing for this napkin, and I had one more that I had bought from TJ Maxx that did the same thing. So it was this one. I was actually looking. I have a big drawer. There's a pretty one that I did, and the match to it is here. There was, this one's not as bad, but you can see it come through. So this one I might actually keep. It's not as bad and as noticeable. But that was something that I was realizing that I don't, how you're going to know that it's not color fast unless you buy it and use it. So that was disappointing. So that's something to look out for when you're getting napkins, to make sure if there is, and it's only the red, and it's only this pinkish red, because I have other reds that do fine. So you might want to avoid some napkins that have this overly bright red color. Just a thought. Okay, so let me get my workstation set up, and we'll do a few, and I'll show you the little trick that I realized because of the way that I do it. it made it easier for me, so it's possible it could be easier for you. So I will be right back. Okay, the things that you're going to need is some book pages. I'm using some dictionary pages, some napkins. I have already peeled the backs off and ironed them because I like mine flat. You'll need a glue mixture, Mod Podge or your homemade, and a paintbrush to do it with. The other thing that I use is parchment paper, and I believe in Europe and other places it's called baking paper, but nothing sticks to it. So that's what I put once I've glued it, the napkin to the book page. I turn it upside down, cover it like this, and then I take my iron and press it until it's dry. But you won't be seeing that part. The main thing I want to show you is this part of the tutorial, I guess it is. So, I am doing my book pages on the top or on the back side of a cutting mat, and I realized that I like doing this better than having a glue book, because I can wash this and wipe it, and that's how I found the trick that I'm going to show you in just a second. Now, I do put just a very, very thin layer of glue on my paper. Some people don't, and I have done it both ways, but I find that I like this better, to do it this way. And of course the key is to get your napkin down without it wrinkling too much. Now I always start in the middle, and most of the time I start in the middle and then come toward me. But the one thing you'll notice here is how my paper, my dictionary page, is moving around on this cutting mat, and that's what I wanted to show you, is how that not to happen while you are just doing your napkin. Now, there's nothing special about what I've just done. I'm going to lay this to the side and let it, just sit while I show you the trick. So over here to my side I have a piece of paper towel and just this little pot with a little water in it, because obviously I got glue on the side. Now I am going to move these napkins that we'll be working with out of my way because I don't want to get them wet. But I just dipped, I had this going just to keep the glue mopped up. So I just, did this, mop up the glue, tore out a page, and laid it down. And it immediately stuck. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, let's use that to our advantage. And I didn't look at this paper. Usually I don't use them with pictures, so I'm going to use a little one up here at the top. Like this. Make sure it's the right way. These are these little baby napkins. I don't know what their proper name is, but that's what I call them. Now look, I'm painting the glue on, and my paper is not moving at all. It's not a great deal of water. The paper is not, wrinkling or anything like that. And when you look at the back, you can barely see the dampness. But it kept my paper still while that I rubbed the napkin. So let's do another one. You can see I'm rubbing up my coffee and ink and everything where I've been working the past couple of days. And I keep the you know, the water here just to keep it a little bit damp, and put down the page, and I give it just a rub just to hold it a little bit, and then I just, like I said, just put a very, very thin layer. I find it helps hold the napkin better instead of gluing it just from the top. I think it does a better job. And basically, once your napkin goes down, it's down. Some of them you can lift. They seem to lift okay, but some of them will tear no matter what. But what I am liking about this is that you can put your napkin down, rub your brush over it, and your paper underneath isn't scooting around. And that's what I really, really like about it. So now I'm just going to rub my glue where I went over the edge. I'm going to just add a little bit of water to that space. I'm going to come in and do another one. Now, when I was doing the other ones, I did have some of my pages already tore out. So if you're not putting down enough water or it's drying too quickly, just get your page tore out, wet your surface, and then put your page down, and then it won't dry out as fast. So let me do this, and you can see this is like the thinnest layer possible, I think, on this paper. And here's another one of those little napkins. It's the kind that fold up to, they're like 2 by 4 when they're folded up in their package. But what I like and what I was looking for, as I explained earlier, I was looking for napkins. I have a dresser drawer that is full of napkins, and when I say full, I can barely shut it. I have to squish them down as I shut the drawer. I need to have a napkin giveaway. Just share one of everything I have, and maybe it would give me some room. But I like the look of the words beyond the pattern of the envelope. Not of the envelope, of the napkin. I'm thinking envelope because I was going to make some envelopes from the paper, from some of these. Okay, so I've got a couple more that I'm going to do just to show you that it works really well on almost all napkins and such. And then I've just got these little pieces. This is another like mini napkin, and that might be a touch too much glue, but it will work. And I just love how you can see the words through. I know I keep saying that, but I do. And the other thing too is, you'll notice on this one, there's some of that red, but it's not bleeding. It's not leaching out into the back side, because it was a better quality name. The name brand assumes a different quality. And that's one of the things that I've noticed is the no-name brand with the red ink I will avoid from now on. Okay. Another one of these little baby napkins. That's what I'm calling them. I don't know the proper name for the type of, or the size napkin that it is. What I like is how the white just blends into the back and you can't even see it. Now, on a side note, sometimes when I come across dictionary pages that has a little image that I like here's a cactus, here's a cabriolet, and different images. I'll keep these pages out because you can make some fake stamps from those, so I won't use this one. So I'll use this one. So I need a little more water here. And actually, I scrummed it too hard, so I soaked it right back up. There we go. I'm just going to put a little glue at the top because I have a couple more of these little bitty ones. But you can see how just putting the water down on it just, to me, makes all the difference. And you can paint your glue on without worrying about your page moving. And I'm doing it one-handed. My other hand's off over here just hanging down by my side, where other times you'd have to be holding it somehow, like putting your finger here or wherever just to hold the paper still. And then you have a chance of moving your napkin. And this also, because the paper is stuck underneath and it's not warping, then the napkin is also going on straighter because of what it's following the path of the paper underneath it. So I found that using this method, even, I mean, these are the ones I'm going to toss, but you can see here there's no wrinkles, and so that is also a good plus on doing it this way. I'm laying all these over here to the side near my iron so that I'll dry them all and then we'll come back and look at them shortly. But I did want to do one more maybe. Let's do this one this way. Okay. I think I put too much glue, or put too far down, actually. Let's see if I can't get two on here. I don't know why I didn't think of that already. Too busy running my mouth, I suppose. Okay, so let's put this one here. And, well, I don't have any more little ones. So I guess that's it. But it just goes down just so well. I'm just amazed with it. Okay, well, actually that's all of my napkins. So I'm going to dry them, and I'll be back and we'll take a look at them and see how they look dry. Okay, I've got them all dry now, and I know I keep saying this, but I just love the look of the words through the lighter sections of the napkin. So I didn't put them in any particular order. And these little ones, like this is exactly the same scene. I'm going to cut this in two. I'll probably make tags out of this, or put a fold here and rip the edges. In fact, let's do that right now. With a ruler that I can't find at the moment. Okay, here we go. This is my homemade tear ruler. So you just go right across there, and the edge of the napkin is about here, but I'm going to go here, and then I can tear it down more if I want to. And I like the dictionary pages, but I don't really care for using where it has the words at the top. Now, hopefully, this turns out to be right near the middle. So this could become a little booklet. Put some little papers in there, ink the edges, and just make it a little mini notebook in a journal. So that's an idea for that one. Okay, so here's the rest of them. I did have an idea for another one for this one. So I'm going to do it the same way, but this time I'm going to peel it right next to where the napkin actually stops, or at least that's sort of what I'm trying to do anyway. And I'm going to leave that since it came up that far, but let me rip this part off. And one more thing. A few years ago, I found this little glass, just like it is, with this piece of paper in it in a thrift store. And I think I paid like 50 cents for it. And it's come out of an old telephone directory. It's got Granny Esther's, it looks like. Quietly, something, not quietly, but from, and then packing, and down here it says Jessie mail something. Anyway, it's torn. Anyway, this was tucked down inside of it just like that, and I loved that look. So I have a shelf over here with almost all of them are filled with little bottles like this. I do collect them. I have 2 shelves above me that are filled. So I thought, let's do a little cute thing with this. So I'm going to just guesstimate right here where I need to tear this. Let me go just a touch below there. I can use that for something similar, and then I'm just going to roll this up like that, and hopefully it unrolls when I put it down in here. Yes, probably not as much as it needs to, but that works. Okay, and then I got this piece of jute that I'm going to tie around it, and I'm going to lay it down because I can't really do it that other way. And I'm just going to make a little bow like that. Snip the end of this one just a little bit. There. And there's just a little decoration in a bottle. Just something a little different. Something else that you can do if you collect all bottles like I do. It's just a little something in there to make it pretty. So that is the tutorial slash project for today. Putting down napkins on book pages and using just a little water on a, it has to be like a plasticky type surface like this, just to hold it in place, to gives you a little that extra hand that you might need from time to time. So thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you with another project very soon.